Well, good afternoon or good morning or good evening, wherever you may be right now. I want to kind of just touch base again with a little bit about, the exam one, kind of going over some things with that and, what's coming up. With the exam one, I thought overall we did very well. A lot of it's algebra skills that you've probably been hopefully practicing in your class before. And, the only issues I saw were with the unit conversions. If you're not used to doing those, they can be kind of difficult. The thing is that we will continue to use those prefixes as you move along into the class. So this is kind of now where the old rubber meets the road. If you are in a program, technical program that requires this math, you should be familiar with the circuit terminology, with the unit conversions, to milli, kilo, mega, nano, whatever you're doing. And if you're not in the program, the terminology might throw you a little bit. So I really can't stress enough that if you're taking this class as a prereq for college algebra, that you really watch those videos. Even though the terminology may throw you off, you can still do the math. So the upcoming math we're going to be doing is trigonometry. Now, what I've done is I am converting some of the previous videos that the former instructor created to YouTube videos for ones that are having trouble opening. Even though if you save them to your desktop, they'll usually open. Sometimes they don't. So I am converting some of those, and I am also adding some of my own. So, watch 1, 2, 3, however many there are, watch them. And, I have different ways of presenting this stuff than maybe someone else does. And you might like mine over the other person's, or you might like the other person's over mine. But, watch them, because, I try to do the best I can to give you the process on what you're supposed to be doing, the steps. So remember, just follow the steps. Don't worry about the outcome. Follow the steps. Disregard any mention of any exams, midterms, anything like that you might hear from the former instructors' videos. We don't have a midterm, okay? We have exam 2, which is, about a month away or so. So don't worry about any mention of anything. I will email you. Your due dates are posted, so don't worry about that. But the key thing to know about triangles when you're doing triangles is, what side is opposite, what side is adjacent, and the hypotenuse. Know that. Make sure you understand how to find that. Make sure you understand how to use the Pythagorean theorem. That's a great way to find a missing side when you know two others. Make sure your calculator is set in degree mode. The way you check that is there should be a mode button on your calculator, and you'll have the choice of radians or degrees. Make sure you choose degrees. And you should know that if your calculator's in the wrong mode, you're going to be getting really, really small angle measures. And so that maybe should give you a hint. Also, know the difference between, sorry about that, between like the sine, cosine, tangent functions, when to use those, and when to use the sine inverse. That's the sine -1, cosine -1, and tan -1 functions in calculating. And I go over all that in the videos. So that's something that can give you trouble. The other issue is going to be with the circuits. Once you get to that, and I will post videos of my own. There are some up there right now. I'll probably post another one just because I've been doing this class a long time, and I kind of have a way of doing it. But just make sure you draw the triangles that I've created for the circuits and use your trigonometry. But the key thing is to be able to do the trigonometry. So you need to practice that skill. It's not just going to come to you out of nowhere. It comes from practice. And if you miss stuff, then try to find out what you're doing wrong and try to correct it. I mean, that's what math is. You know, you're learning how to learn, you're learning how to follow a process, you're learning how to follow steps. So do all that. But these next two exams, you know, can be a little difficult sometimes. So I'm not trying to freak you out or scare you. I'm just trying to prepare you that it's going to be different for some of you that have never been exposed to what a circuit is. You know, what voltage is, what current is, things like that. So just don't get so caught up in the terminology that you're messing up on the math. Just do the math. Okay, so again, I've uploaded a couple of my videos. I've uploaded one in triangles, one in the trigonometry 2 section. I'm going to try to edit one of the videos in the triangle section that didn't open very easily. I may not get to that right away, but hopefully I'll get to it soon. So anyway, just stay the course. Like I said, most of y'all are doing very well. You're doing a great job at keeping up with your work. But, you know, don't think it's going to be easy. Probably now is where you need to spend the most time on your homework until you get this stuff right. Okay? So anyway, so I'm going to sign off, and we will be talking to you soon.